Hola, welcome to Yuarcuun.com, which is now released. This is a tutorial to show you how to use the Yupik dictionary and the sentence builder. So let's say you are drinking your morning coffee and you want to know how to use the word in Yupik. So if you type it in, you'll notice there are different ways to say coffee. But if you click this button at the top, it will return for you the most common forms of the word, and you can then click them. So this is a pretty short entry, and this is a button here that will take you to the post-base mode. Once you're here, you can click the audio icon, and that will return a pronunciation of the word. So let's choose the first option, add adjectives and descriptors. So let's decide on having just single coffee and say that it's owned by someone. So gufaqa means my coffee. And if I wanted to add an adjective, I can say gufeq baka, my large coffee. You can also change the subject here to any first person, second person, third person, but in this case, her would be gufeq bi. And if you clicked in another postbase, it would even add that to it. So gufeq dach bi means her large good coffee. And if you notice the colors here, the colors in the Yupik word correspond to the English words here. So this da corresponds to good, large, both adjectives are in the middle, and the subject her is at the end. And the subject and object of the sentence will usually always be at the end, while the word itself, the vocabulary root, will be at the beginning. So in order to choose other options, you actually need to remove here because it's set to a post-base limit of 2. And if you click all options at the top right, it'll provide every option available for the nouns. So this one option you can click is the verb form button. Say you want us to talk about making coffee, gufaliuk, or I am making coffee, gufalunga. So let's move on to the verb form of drinking coffee, which is different. So if you look up drinking coffee, and even if you misspell it, it'll return the right one because it accounts for misspellings. So this is the verb form, and it returns here the synonym, example sentences, the etymology. This is all information from the Yupik Eskimo Dictionary, which is available on the UAF ANLA website. So if you click the post-base button here, you can you're met with the first simple options: past tense, guferchikuk future, guferrichtuk for wants, and let's click more. If you wanted to use a question form of drinking coffee, say you want to say, where is he drinking coffee at? Nani guferta. It actually returns a different ending at the end of this word because there's a different set of endings for question words. And I'm hoping that this website will make it easier for you to access these endings because there's so many different types. And just for fun, let's say there's someone you like and you want to ask if they want to drink coffee. So you can click want and change this to you, and say you're next to a crush or your loved one, you can say nani guferrichjit. So if that works, let me know. If not, then you may need to use other post bases. So if you click all options here, you can then look at the other endings. So to make a command, you can click, say, you do not be drinking coffee, guferiakunak. You can also use connective endings, which are kind of like incomplete sentences. So if I click if guferkuvit, if you're drinking coffee, then you'll have a better day, or then you'll feel better if you're drinking coffee. So gufakuvit would not be a standalone word, but a word that's combined with other Yupik words. Finally, noun forms convert this verb root into a noun. So one who is good at drinking coffee is a gufayuli. Finally, at the end, these are the post-base categories. You have a lot to choose from. Let's say you want to say you're trying to not drink coffee. Then you click trying to, you can go up and click not, and that returns gufan qitung naquten. So this is, right now it's set to 2 post bases as the max limit, but you can undo this by clicking this lock button, and it will actually make other options available. But you'll quickly find that if you just click any option, it starts to return nonsense. So use this at your own discretion, and um, it's very likely that if you just choose random post bases like this, that it's not a valid word. But I hope that it will be a creative outlet for you. Finally, the enclitics at the very bottom add the terms at the end. So for example, qa makes this statement a yes or no question. Are you trying to drink coffee? Yes or no? So yeah, finally, if you're a Yupik speaker and you notice as you're navigating the website that there are some errors, please report these errors by clicking the exclamation point. This will report for me exactly what's wrong, and I can quickly make those corrections. I hope that this website will continue to be updated and improved and expanded upon, and I'm also hopeful that um, this will be accessible to you regardless of your prior Yupik knowledge. Qoyana chaknak hafan.